This is NATO Warship Foxtrot 105.
Today's Navy News Network channel. Despite not having parrots or peg legs, pirates are incredibly hazardous. Following years of decline, piracy incidents began to increase once more, reaching 120 in 2023. What is the World Navy doing about this? The fall of Somalia's government has led to a rise in modern piracy in the Gulf of Aden, which provides a safe haven for pirates preying on ships crossing the crucial Suez Canal route. Attacks peaked between 2010 and 2012 and are now beginning to increase again. Because it disrupts trade threats and raises ship-in and insurance prices, piracy has an impact on the economy. There is no obvious remedy to the tremendous misery caused by seafarers, including assault, kidnapping, and prolonged hostage situations, even if multinational naval patrols have decreased attacks. Root causes like Somalia's poverty and instability need to be addressed. But this is a difficult and protracted issue that makes piracy an ongoing. The goal of this study on the human cost of piracy is to address the lack of information in a compiled report regarding the treatment of seafarers who are kept captive.
There has been no information in a collated report on the treatment of the seafarers when they are held hostage. And that is what we are trying to achieve with this report on the human cost of piracy.
But this does not imply that efforts to stop piracy have been abandoned. Due to their distinct advantages, the U.S. Navy and U.S. Coast Guard both have vital anti-piracy initiatives. The U.S. Navy deploys ships to patrol high-risk areas as part of the core of international anti-piracy efforts. So they say, go down, move it down. Participate in international task forces to safeguard vessels at risk and effectively address. The U.S. Coast Guard, on the other hand, focuses on maritime law enforcement boarding team expertise, and partner nation Coast Guard personnel participate in capacity-building initiatives to assist nations in combating piracy in their own waters. They also work with military warships and global counter-piracy task teams to exchange strategies and best practices. This partnership combines the Coast Guard's proficiency in law enforcement and marine security with the Navy's reach and power. The United States Navy's Ohio-class submarine with a dry deck shelter, or DDS, may be one such option for training with the nearly limitless resources available to North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, nations. The Ohio-class is one of the quietest submarines in the world due to its nuclear generators, making it a special solution primarily utilized by special forces. The Ohio class has the ability to surface anywhere and launch Zodiacs, which are the U.S. Navy's official combat rubber arting craft, to intercept any kind of vessel without the target even recognizing them. Up to 10 armed sailors can be carried by CRRCs, which are swift and agile boats that can stop nearly any surface danger, including tiny pirate vessels. During the Cold War, other NATO submarines, including the Royal Netherlands Navy's Walrus class, were crucial to anti-piracy efforts. The Walrus-class submarine, a diesel-electric assault submarine, was created mainly to hunt down Russian submarines. Submarines are ideal for and shallow water missions due to their unique sail configuration for mobility. Because they are small, they are less expensive to operate and can surface and launch Zodiacs from their decks to capture pirates or other hostile elements. Some Marines, such as the Zeo Dutch for Sea Lion, are also very quiet vessels that can operate for weeks underwater. Their stealth makes them perfect for intelligence gathering and surveillance of pirate music activity. The amazing thing about this submarine is that she can stay underwater for up to 6 weeks while on an expeditionary mission. She is also a very quiet submarine because she runs on electricity. Propulsion submarines, like the Swedish Gotland class, the Ohio class, and the Walrus class are particularly quiet, which results from a combination of strategic drills and astute design, including decreased water flow and hydrodynamic drag. Smooth and streamlined holes minimize noise, and special rubber tiles that absorb sonar pulses are placed on the hull to lessen the submarine's acoustic profile. To further reduce the amount of noise generated internally, all non-essential machinery is turned off, and personnel are told to keep quiet. Engines and other loud machinery are mounted on platforms that absorb vibrations so that they do not reach the hull and cause sound waves to radiate into the sea.
In response to the growing threat of Somali coast piracy, submarines are deployed with surface warships. In order to combat it, NATO launched Operation Allied Protector in 2009. For this essential mission, the Portuguese frigate NPR Corte Real, leading standing NATO Maritime Group 1, or SNMG-1, was dispatched. Corte Real took on the task of a vigilant guardian, searching the Gulf of Aden, a major trade route. Modern monitoring tools and the crew closely monitored the horizon for any odd or mistaken ships that would be signs of pirate activity. Its helicopters are two Super Lynx Mk-95s equipped with 20mm or on-cannon rockets and missiles, as well as general-purpose machine guns and 50 caliber Browning heavy machine guns. The Super Lynx assisted in securing this area by conducting reconnaissance and putting on a force display. As possible risks were considered, tense decision-making processes were the norm on the Coral Bridge. The decrease in pirate activity emphasizes how crucial the Corte Real and its crew were to the operation. Allied Guardian anti-infringement operations also include a variety of rescue operations, which is where units like the 82nd Expeditionary Rescue Squadron, or ERQs, and French Special Forces like the Commando Parachutist d'Air No. 10, or CPA-10, come into play. These forces' operations typically involve some form of air cover from a friendly air unit like Mirage 2000, even though the 82nd ERQs does not have any aircraft. These resources can be given to them by the United States or a partner. A country with helicopters like the 532 is France. Cougar, usually pararescue specialists, also known as PJs, are used to pull down crews. But because the 82nd ERQs is stationed at JY at the Red Sea's entrance, they are adaptable and can contribute significantly to anti-piracy operations. The goal of the 82nd ERQs and CPA-10's collaboration would be to free the sailors who the pirates were holding as hostages. These forces obviously need the best equipment for the best results. But these kinds of operations also require coordination, competence, and quality training to be successful. Monitoring and surveillance are crucial elements of an effective anti-piracy campaign activities. By monitoring wide areas, authorities can identify potential threats, track pirate movements, and deploy resources to deter assaults or quickly respond to ongoing situations. High-tech equipment like the Tadine Fly M500, with its military-grade endurance or 81E approved, allows long-range detection of suspicious vessels, even in poor light or bad weather. This modern equipment, in conjunction with radar systems and marine patrol planes, provides a comprehensive view of maritime activity. This proactive approach significantly raises the possibility of capturing pirates and protecting vital maritime routes. FLIR's most sophisticated marine thermal camera, the M500, is designed for extremely long-range target identification. Unlike the M400, the M500 has a cooled thermal sensor that doubles the sensitivity of the M400 in addition to active detection and avoidance mechanisms. The M500 also has all the features of the M400, including an optical zoom HD visible camera, gyro stabilization, and an LED spotlight. Many ships are using alternative strategies to stop pirates. When it comes to stopping pirates from boarding commercial ships, one strategy is to use temporary or specially designed anti-piracy barriers. Systems like the ARX Molding's ABAC system are robust and simple to install. They use plastic modular barriers to lock the ship's railing, preventing pirates from using any climbing equipment, including poles or ladders, for ships traveling through hazardous areas. This durable and portable solution offers an additional layer of defense. Using water cannon systems is another creative way to stop pirates from boarding. In combating pirates, water cannons are essential since they are powerful yet non-lethal weapons that can protect ships from boarding attempts. Weapon systems that can release enormous water volumes and forces include the Nemesis 5000 TAC Dev and the Unifier anti-pirate water cannon. Modern anti-piracy efforts greatly benefit from water cannons because they give ship crews a safe and effective way to repel attacks without using deadly force. Pirates are pushed off their ladders, their boats are soaked, and they are overpowered as a result of this physical obstacle. Non-lethal traps like the P-trap system to protect ships from pirate invasions are another way to stop pirates from boarding. Installing the P-trap anti-piracy system is possible. It is a passive deterrent that doesn't employ deadly force. Two sturdy booms protrude from the sides of the ship, and each one suspends tiny P-trap lines just below the water surface. If an attacking boat approaches too closely, the P-trap lines will entangle its propellers, making the craft useless and deterring the attack. The system is highly helpful in combating piracy because of its ability to provide constant protection without monitoring, as well as its simplicity of use and minimal maintenance requirements. That concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it and will make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. Although piracy is a problem that hinders trade and puts the lives of seafarers at risk, it can be resolved by active security intervention. The likelihood of piracy can be decreased. And if that doesn't work, ships have various ways to protect themselves from pirates, such as preventing them from even boarding.